Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
Mexicans, we are the tribe of Issachar. Well, check this out. You see this book right here? You see the title? Who wrote it right there? Lee E. Huddleston, right? Huddleston. A white man wrote this book. Look what this white man says on page 88. Look what he says on here about the Mexicans. Put it on hold, bro. Look, I'm going to show you something historical, bro. Check this out. Damien. Check this out, Damien. What is it? Origins of the American Indians. Page 88. The Mexicans. So the Mexicans, right? We're talking about the Mexicans. Go ahead. Are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar. So they are originally of the 10 tribes of Israel, right? Go ahead. And of the family of Issachar. Of what? Of Issachar. Of what? Of Issachar. So the white man is saying that we are from the tribe of Issachar. Keep going. Whom the Indians recognize as their special ancestors. And not only that, we said, our ancestors said that this is our special ancestors, right? Look, what you see right there, Issachar, right? Yeah, Ben, Damien. Right there, bottom is the part of the Mexican Aztec. We just read it out of the book that is saying that the Mexicans are from the tribe of Issachar. And our ancestors said, yes, that is a special ancestor of ours. How is that so? How do we know that? Where do our people come from? What did the Aztecs say that we come from? Do you remember? Huh? Mexico? But where did our ancestors come from? They said from where the sun comes, right? Check this out. Second Esdras. Give me that. Second Esdras. Second Esdras 13. Or, yeah, 13. Get that. And 40. We're going to read how we got to this side of the land. Because right here, when you read the Bible, you only read of Europe, Africa, and Asia, right? We don't read about this land. This is the fourth part of the world, right? Look, check this out. Second Esdras, chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land. Remember, that white man said that these were the 10 tribes, right? When you see right here, it says Ephraim, all the way down, those are the 10 tribes. They were separated. You had the Jews and you had Israel. These three were considered the Jews. And the bottom ones were Israel, the 10 tribes, right? That book said that these are the tribes that were captured by Salmanazar. We're reading that history in the Bible. Keep reading. Out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. So now Salmanazar, we read that in that book too, he let us go, right? Keep going. And he carried them over the waters. So you see, he carried us over the waters, right? Took us in captivity. He took the so-called Latinos and Native Americans into captivity. We're reading how the Mexicans came over here in this land when we were before the Aztecs, right? This is our history. Yep. Yeah, listen, all right? We're bringing our history, how we, as Mexicans, came over here to this side of the land. Read. And so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country. So we were going to go into another country. We were on the other side of the world at one point. This is like 2,500 years ago. We were on the other side of the world. And we, after we were captives and we got let go, we said, let's leave away from these heathens. You guys know what a heathen is? A heathen is somebody that's not on this side. Anybody outside of this is considered a heathen. They're not God's people, but we are. We are the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Keep reading.
That they will leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
So it says where never mankind dwelt. What did Columbus say when he came over here? What did he say? They said that he did what? What did Columbus do when he got here? He discovered the new world, right? Because nobody was over here for a while until we got here. He said, let's go into a new world. He was looking for us. It's in the Bible. The map to get over here was always in the Bible. This is how we got here. Keep reading.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High, they showed signs for them, and held still the flood.
So you see how God now is helping us get over here, right? We come from the east, and we ended up coming over here. As the Aztecs and Mexicans, we used to be where the sun rises, right? Our people came over here from this place, right? And what happened to us when we got here? After we were here, we had our own civilization, and what happened to us? Because we were the Aztecs before, right? What happened to us? Why do we speak Spanish now? Because the Spanish people came, what did they do? They messed up our culture, right? They took everything from us. But how did they do it? Deuteronomy 28:49. How did they do it? They enslaved us, right? It's right here, look. You see this right here? That's how they enslaved us. They colonized us. They took everything from us, right? You know that's in the Bible as well? Look, read that. Get that.
You want 15?
28:49. Go straight to it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So God was going to bring another people from far. Where did the colonizers or the conquistadors come from? Europe. Where specifically in Europe? Spain, right? They came from Spain. And where's Spain at? Do you know where Spain is? You don't know where Spain is? Do you know where Europe is? This is our future right here. Where is Europe at? Europe. Where can I find Europe? You don't know where Europe is? God damn, bro. Europe is on the other side right here. Look. Come over here, little sis. Hey, bring it over here. Right? Check this out, though, bro. Before you leave. Europe right here, right? This is where the conquistadors came from. They came from Europe, from Spain, right? Look what it says. Keep reading from the top again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flying.
So it's saying now that these people from the other side of the world are going to come over here as the eagle flying. What nation of people have always used the eagle as their sign? Not the Mexicans, not the Aztecs. Outside of that, this one don't have it. Where's the eagle at? Right here. Oh, sorry. When you look right here, who's always had an eagle on their represent them? You have Greece, you have the Romans, you have Spain. The Bible is talking about the Spaniards. The Bible is saying that God is going to send us the white man over here. God sent the white man over here because we break God's commandments. Keep reading.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So you see that? They spoke Spanish. We didn't understand Spanish, sis. Did we speak Spanish when the conquistadors came? Were we speaking Spanish before the conquistadors? No, right? The Bible says, what did they say it again?
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So we're reading our history in the Bible. It's a nation whose tongue we would not understand. That was the Spaniards. We didn't speak Spanish. We spoke a different language, right? Did we speak Spanish before they came here? No, we didn't. Keep reading.
A nation of fierce continents.
It said a nation of fierce continents. When you look at your sign right there, when you look at that flyer you have right there, a fierce continents meaning what? What did they do to our people when they came over here? They said what? They stole our culture, our identity, and they murdered us, right? They killed us. That is fear's continence. And check this out. Keep reading.
A nation of fierce consonants, which shall not regard the person of the old.
Okay, so they're not going to respect the ancient of the old people. Because what happens when you take away the old people? They are the ones that teach the young, right? They have all the wisdom. So if you destroy the elder, the whole civilization is going to fall, right? So they destroy the elders, and what else?
Nor show favor to the young.
So they didn't show favor to the young. If you look at the fire you have in your hand, you see how they were killing our children as well. When you read the accounts of what they did to our people over here, they used to cart our children. They cut them in pieces and feed them to the dog. That's what they did to us. Why? Why did that happen to us? Because we broke God's commandments.
That's
yes.
right.
Because we broke God's commandments, that happened to us. That's our history, and you find that in the Bible.
Right.
So what should we do now then? Recoup our identity, right? So what's our identity? We are native to this land.
We are under God, and we should not be discriminated or anything taken from us.
Okay, but we're under God, you said, right? So when you look right here in this sign, you said the 12 tribes of Israel. When you look at the second one at the bottom, you'll see that it's Issachar. That's the so-called Mexicans, the Aztecas. Anybody native from Mexico, you derive from the tribe of Issachar. Blacks and Latinos, we are God's chosen people. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. So what should we do now, sis? What should we do now? Now that we know that we sin, we break God's commandments, that happened to us. We should what?
Follow the commandments.
We should keep the commandments. Check this out, 28:1. Look what happens if we keep God's commandments as the Israelites.
Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments.
So if we keep God's commandments, big bro, if we keep God's commandments, right? Check what's gonna happen if Latinos, if the Mexicans, if we keep God's commandments, look what's gonna happen. Look what God says. Read.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
You heard that? If we keep God's commandments, the Mexicans, Latinos, and blacks would be above all nations on the earth.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.